If you've been watching silver lately, you know it's been on fire. We're talking record highs, massive gains, and some wild predictions that could make or break your portfolio. Today, we're breaking down the silver price outlook for 2026. Will it hit $100, soar to $135, or even touch $309 like some experts are whispering? Or could we see a crash back to earth? Stick around because we've got expert forecasts, market buzz from social media, and charts showing those insane rallies. Let's jump in. This is going to be a game changer for investors in the US, UK, and beyond. Over $90. First off, let's set the stage. Silver crushed it in 2025, rocketing up over 140% to close the year strong. And 2026, it's already up another 25 to 30% in just the first few weeks. Smashing through $90 and hitting fresh all-time highs around $93 to $94 per ounce as we speak. That's not just a blip, it's a full-on bull run. But why? Silver's got that dual appeal. It's a safe haven like gold during uncertain times, but it's also an industrial powerhouse. Think solar panels gobbling up millions of ounces for renewable energy, electric vehicles needing it for batteries and wiring, and even AI data centers ramping up demand for electronics. Supply? It's lagging big time. We've had deficits for years, with mining output struggling to keep up. Add in a weaker dollar from Fed rate cuts and global tensions, and you've got rocket fuel for prices. Now, the big question: where's silver headed in 2026? Experts are split, and the forecasts are all over the map. Let's start with the bulls. Bank of America is throwing out some eye-popping numbers. Their base case? An average of around $56 to $65 per ounce. But dig deeper, they're talking potential. Peaks from $135 to a whopping $309. If the gold-to-silver ratio compresses back to historical lows like we saw in 1980 or 2011, that's based on silver playing catch-up to gold, which is already pushing $4,500 to $5,000. Michael Widmer from BofA's says, silver's upside could dwarf gold's if investors pile in for that extra risk-reward punch. On the flip side, HSBC is more cautious. They're forecasting an average of $68.25 for the year, with prices possibly dipping to $57 by 2027. Why? They see the rally getting ahead of itself. Industrial users might start substituting cheaper materials or cutting back if prices stay sky high. Demand destruction, they call it. But even HSBC admits the market's tight. Its physical shortages persisting into the first half of the year. UBS is leaning bullish too, saying silver could hit triple digits, think $100, or more, driven by ongoing supply crunches and central bank moves. And don't forget the big voices like Peter Schiff, who's been pounding the table for $100 silver soon, calling it a no-brainer hedge against inflation and dollar weakness. Robert Kiyosaki, he's even wilder, predicting $100 to $200, maybe up to $500 in a moonshot scenario. To understand why these predictions vary so much, let's look at the charts. Silver's rallies are accelerating. Check this out. Just last month, it jumped from $80 to over $90 in about 15 days. That's the kind of momentum that screams supply panic. Historical data shows silver loves to overshoot in bull markets, but it can correct sharply too. If we hit those deficits again projected at 140 to 230 million ounces, short prices could explode. But if miners ramp up or demand cools from high costs, we might see a pullback to $60 minus 70. It's that split between endless upside from green tech and EVs versus real-world economics that has experts divided. $300 mania or a crash back to reality? The buzz isn't just from Wall Street. Social media is lit up. On X, threads about silver too. $200 to $300 are racking up over 1,000 engagements, with users debating if it's the next big squeeze. Reddit's got polls on post-$100 scenarios and subs like Silverbugs and Wall Street Silver, where folks are betting on $120 to $150 by mid-year. Even Morningstar and Sprott are highlighting the outlooks, noting how shared deficits and industrial booms are fueling the fire. It's clear retail investors are jumping in, which could amplify the volatility. So, breakdown time. The expert forecasts are split bulls. See? $300 or more in a perfect storm of deficits and investor frenzy. While bears warn of a crash if prices kill demand. For 2026, I'd watch key levels. $100 as psychological resistance. $135 if gold keeps climbing. And that wild $309 if ratios rewind to the 80s. But remember, silver's volatile, those accelerating rallies can reverse fast. If you're in the US or UK, think about how tariffs, Fed policies, and global trade wars play in. Silver's not just bling. It's tied to the energy transition and tech boom. There you have it, the 2026 silver outlook. Exciting, it's uncertain, and full of potential. Will it hit $100,135? Or skyrocket to $309? Or crash hard? Drop your predictions in the comments below. What's your target? If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe for more metal breakdowns, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video on gold's path ahead. Thanks for watching. Stay invested. Stay smart. See you next time.